Hello again, and welcome to the Swole Initiative Network. You are watching the Fables of Gahlia, and I have Gorilla Tag stuck to my knuckle. Thank you for starting your weekend off the right way with us. Thank you for waiting as well while we fixed our full moon tech issues. Wow, 30 of you guys. Hello out there. So, before we get into tonight's game, we're going to run through some quick messages from some awesome brand partners out there, starting with the return of Mr. Staxomophone.
Hello, everybody. Swole only roll with Norse Foundry's amazing gemstone and metal dice. Also, all of our featured music comes from the free library available on Apple Music and Spotify by the one and only Norse Foundry. Use the code SWOLE, S-W-O-L-E, to save 10% at norsefoundry.com.
Fantastic. Betty, what do you got?
I got Dogmite, the Indomitable Dogmite, which supplies all of our luxury tabletop accessories in solid and natural stained woods like you've never seen them before. You can go to dogmite.com and see these true champions of creativity. You get to use the code SWOLE, S-W-O-L-E, and get 15% off of your purchase. Come on, guys, go buy yourself a beautiful rolling tray. Maybe one that's got feet on it. Or you buy yourself...
They're doing gaming tables right now, and they're shipping them out to like multiple states that you can grab them from as well, and they're fucking insane. So go check them out. They're amazing.
Super cool.
I will add that to the chat for you.
Rolling trays, DM screens.
Yes. And this is where I mentioned that Jay has.
Well.
What?
You have one as well, right?
Rolling tray?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
I don't want my dice to fall.
Look how cool that is.
I don't want my dice to fall. I wonder if I can do it. Anyway, but you can also check out Jay's custom DM screen made by Dogmite. Anyways.
It's got my face on it.
It does have his face on it. You can get one with your face or Jay's face.
They do have the file already. So sweet. Brent.
All right, you guys, it is time once again to give a special thank you and shout out to our next sponsor of the evening. Say it with me, Griffin Co. That was terrible. That was terrible.
Sonic, we went above the register that your mic could handle.
It was crazy. There were like
all of our 3D printed and custom terrain stuff that you see on our shows is from Griffin Co. If you would like to get on this awesome action, just go on over to griffinco.com and use the promo code SWOLE22 at checkout and receive 22% off your order. Boom, boom. No cap.
Awesome. And
there's no cap. What youth taught you this phrase?
For real, on God. Also, please take us home.
Hello! That's me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about Hero Forge. Our fully custom player minis come from the awesome Hero Forge. Design yours today at heroforge.com. Okay, bye.
That makes sense. Yeah. So, other things, and I will, as always, try to keep this pretty short so we can jump into tonight's game because of all the stuff. So, followers, we like those. It's free. You can click follow on the screen, on the follow button, hopefully, not just anywhere on the screen, and you will get a character rolled on screen. That's what happens on screen. So if you're new here and you're not already following, then just go ahead and boop that follow button. It's free and it helps us out a ton. Thank you. Other than that, we have a sub goal as well. All of our subs go towards funding all of the insane projects that we have coming up, and they're all kind of getting bottlenecked right now. Thank you, Flurf. Thank you.
Dragonborn Ravenite. I like Dragonborn.
Yes, so we are funneling all of that funding into some amazing projects that are going to be coming out in the next couple of months. So we have a giveaway goal at 25 subs. We're already at 7. Thank you, guys.
Almost there.
As soon as we hit 25, we will be giving away one of the Ironforge sets of dice from our friends at Norse Foundry. And I'm gonna proposition that we use the particle blast ones because they are like oil slicked and rainbowy for Pride Month. Happy Pride, guys! This is our first Pride stream this year. So yes, all of the Pride givings. Also, all of our proceeds are going to get cut in half, and we're going to give half to the Trevor Project at the end of the month. And we have some pretty awesome stretch goal giveaways and things as well. So know that any money that goes into the pot also goes towards helping infringed brothers, sisters, and all the in-betweens. So yes. Other than that, what am I missing? Flex points. Yes. Flex points. You, or anyone who is watching, will be gaining flex points. If you click on the flexing on the bottom left-hand corner of the chat, you can spend 1,000 of these on each player per stream. One player. Each player per stream. And once 10 of you gang up and spend a total of 10,000 upon one player, they will gain a flex point, which allows them to basically get like a side door access to the rule of cool, and then allow them to bend the narrative that has ended up in some really fucking clutch ways and has saved the party on multiple occasions. So please do get in the chat. Get in the comments, get in the chat, and discuss who you think you should put your effort towards getting the flex points, so that those points go towards some game-changing awesomeness. Also, if you are a subscriber, you can ! Roll in the chat and roll a d20 along with our wonderful players and or DM. I think that's it. Oh, YouTube, last one. YouTube. That is where all of our VODs go to live on in their ether. So you can go and check those out over on YouTube. Go and subscribe over there. Subscribing over there is totally free. Super free. It's even more free than free. So yes, I think that's it. I'm looking around, everyone's blank faces, so I assume I haven't missed anything.
We're just excited.
The only thing left to go is to roll the trailer for the next episode of the Fables of Gahlia.
Or 5.
And welcome back. So, last time on the Fables of Gahlia, we had taken off and started our trek towards the Thena's Forge in Heliacal in order to pick up Fernando the Wizard and enact our heist on the Athenium. Along the way, however, you were spotted by Maria the sharpshooting Gnoll general, and battle did ensue. After taking quite a lot of damage between you and some very close calls, you were able to magically banish Maria. Taking leave, one Gnoll did escape. The others were dispatched. Coming together again with Alar, you head over to the forge where you are able to take a short rest, recoup before gathering yourselves to move on to the Athenium. Now, I will say and remind everyone that your friend Rhapsody lay in a magically induced sleep, being looked after by Athena at the forge at the time. He sleeps on a shelf below the workbench of Athena, where he is basically covered by a leathery kind of suede tarp that covers the entire bench. And so, before we get into the rest of the game, Rhapsody. The last thing you remember seeing is looking straight ahead and seeing the chaos of the battle in the streets. Arrows and spells being slung everywhere, just loud. You were actually on the street itself, and so the echoing of the sounds all around you. When immediately in front of you, you look and you see it too late to react to it. You go to grasp at the arrow, but it is already inches from your chest by the time you grab it. And it slides into your skin, and you feel that cold feeling spread through your chest, from your sternum outwards. Looking around, you see Kaya, your brother. You see the gnolls, the zombies, the abomination taking on your friends as your vision starts to blur and shift as you fall back onto your back, feeling the impact of your head hitting the back of the road. Everything seems to go black for a short while before you start blinking your eyes back open, bleary again, but you're looking down at your feet. You're standing. It's hot. It's so hot. It's a familiar hot. And you look around, and as your focus begins to come back into your eyes, you see that you are in the temple of the Flowing Sands. the fabled location that most think is a myth, but you know better. This is home. And you look around, and as you look up, you see the robes from the back, the locks that drape over his shoulders, and the familiar ram-style horns that curl around towards his ears. It's your father. What do you do?
Am I able to move, like approach towards him?
Absolutely.
I'll take a moment and then, in hesitant fashion, will walk up towards him. Father, is that you?
He turns, and you see a face that you haven't seen in a really long time. It is the face of your father. And he looks at you and says, "Ah, son, yes. I'm glad you came today. For I have a gift for you. You have come of age and come of a level of teaching somewhat some hard lessons, but nevertheless, you have made me proud." He walks over to a wooden display stand that holds his sacred blade. He picks it up. The metal gives off this wonderful chime as he pulls it off of the stand, lays it across his hand, and walks towards you. Offers it out in front and says, "I want you to have this."
But this is yours.
No, it was mine. When I came to know your mother and took up my position as an elder within the temple, this no longer became mine. It waited, and its wait is over. It is now yours. He motions outwards.
Roz will carefully take the blade, kind of examine it a bit, feel the weight of it in his hand.
As you pull it up, it's so much lighter than you thought it to be. Like, looking at the size of the blade and the width of it, you expect the weight of the metal to kind of have a lot more heft to it. But as you pull it up, it's almost like water. It wants to move within your hand. The weighting on it is near as perfect as ever you would know. It moves around. You're able to let go, and it folds around your hand. And as you drop your hand, it folds back in around the hilt, and you grasp it effortlessly.
Thank you, Father. This is... I truly appreciate it.
I appreciate you following my teachings, eventually. And he puts his arm around your shoulder and starts to turn you as he starts to kind of drone on all of his teachings and things like this, familiar stories that you've heard multiple times, but you kind of play along like you've heard it for the first time. And as he walks you through the doorway, your eyes glance towards him, and you smile, knowing, having this little glimpse at a place that you've not seen for a long time. And as your eyes glance across to the ground, it becomes sand. And you look up, and he is gone. And there is this yellow expanse of dunes of sand ahead of you. And you are thirsty. You are so thirsty and tired. Your feet feel like they have lead weights attached to them. But yet you keep walking and walking and walking. What are you thinking about in this moment?
I believe I'm contemplating in these trying moments, possibly reflecting more heavily on my monk training, controlling my breathing, trying to last as long as possible.
And that centering of your key in order to push yourself further away from help, further away from anyone, further away from rescue. Your mind drifts to moments within the temple with your peers where they ridicule you, grab you by the wings and start trying to pull them. You think of the pain, the sharp pain, the pain, almost like the skin starting to split before your father walks in and sees what's happening and starts to discipline everyone for the way they were treating you. You use that pain. You force yourself to keep walking. Enough is enough. And as your vision drifts down to the ground, to the sand beneath your feet, you look up again, and there's a rock in the distance. And upon this rock sits a woman, hunched over, with her head in her hands, facing away from you. What do you do?
I'll approach, not sneakily or trying to stealthily alarm her, but I'm not sure if I would say anything in this moment, just making sure she's aware of my presence in her peripherals at least.
Yeah, so sort of holding your hands up, letting her know that you're no threat, and kind of wandering around to the side in order for her to naturally catch you in her vision. As you get closer, you realize that she's sobbing.
Something wrong?
She just continues to weep into her hands.
I'll approach closer.
Yeah, as you get closer, you feel this connection, this warmth between you. You recognize it. It's a feeling that you haven't felt in a very, very long time. And it's almost instinct that lets you know that this is your mother.
approach her and kind of kneel on both knees at her side. Mother, why are you out here?
She continues to weep with her face completely engulfed in her hands. Her white flowing robes, her long blonde hair draping across to one side. She continues to weep, and as you start to grasp at her hands, sort of pull them away, and for her to recognize that you're there with her, you pull them away, and she looks up directly at you and shrieks, "Help!" as her eyes ignite in flame as they start to consume the rest of her head. Giant wings unfurl from behind her, the purest white dove wings behind her, feathers scattering off to the side. She screams as flames engulf her face as you wake up, blinking, under a table covered in the dark.
Can I move?
You can. You feel stiff, like you've been lying in the same position for a very long time.
I will instinctively grip at the hilt of Korum's dagger, and with my other free hand will try and like pound at the top of the bottom of the table.
Yeah. The rest of you guys slowly hear a knocking sound coming from the table as you all kind of are collecting yourselves after that battle. You hear a
What is that?
We were expecting company, Athena.
Athena says, "No, this is..." She puts a hand on the desk and feels the vibration coming through, follows it across, and lifts up the top. And you see a barely conscious, but conscious nonetheless, Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.
You're awake.
Hello, everyone. How long was I out?
A few days, right?
A day?
One day.
As an aside, did we already take a short rest, or we had just been planning to take a short rest here?
You had already taken a short rest.
This is my healing after the short rest? Oh.
I think I healed you as well.
Oh, okay, cool. No, I love that. Okay.
I would go over to try and assess what's happened here, or maybe help him get out of the underneath the table. But like try and like, is there any kind of medical attention that I can provide?
Athena helps you. She kind of looks down and says, "Oh, good morning, sleepyhead," and kind of cradles you like a little child, like pulls you out from the shelf.
Adeline's face is pure jealousy.
Yeah, so she kind of pulls you out and sets you down where you can sort of be sat up. As everything kind of starts to come in, the light is still very, very bright. just give me a medicine check, Rose.
An unnatural 20. A dirty 20.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, like, give me a quick look over. You know that he was sort of magically put into a stasis. You can definitely tell that he's not injured. He is not in any way sort of needing immediate attention. You can tell that he is just kind of slow. It's like coming out of like being under with anesthetic. That it's like everything is slowly coming in, like the feeling in your limbs and the ability to look around without it feeling like the room is spinning. Slowly, you can see that kind of coming to him with the direction of his eyes and how he's moving slightly. You would probably tell. No, he would be healed up by now. So yeah, no, he's good as far as hit points are concerned.
Are you all right?
As good as can be, all things considered.
You would hear in your head because you are still wearing clasped silence. You can remove it, but it takes 1 minute to remove.
So did everyone in the area hear that, even if they weren't in that room? Or was he only talking?
Well, you can connect to up to 6 people, so if you want to speak, you have to choose your 6 people.
Lily's
I
not
think while Rose is examining Rhapsody, he will like slowly start to remove the encased hands around his mouth to unloosen.
Yep. The fingers slowly peel back as you're being sort of examined to a point where you feel it become loose and it sits around your neck. You're able to remove it, you're able to speak.
Yes, thank you, Rose.
Can you walk? Are you?
I believe so. Just collecting my bearings.
Sure.
You said I was out for a day.
Yes, I think it was some kind of magical trance. I'm not really sure. Whatever was in that arrow took you down.
Is the others, Kaya, Lily, are they all right?
Well, I know that Kai is outside. I'm not really sure where Lily is. I assume with the Raven Queen. Yeah, we can unpack that later if you need to, but I know that Kai is outside.
He's in a bit of a sensitive state as of late. I think your kind words would, well, be welcome.
I think just seeing you on your feet would make him really happy.
Yes.
He's been very violent.
Yeah, like, worryingly violent. Like, he wants to kill everything.
Yes.
He's doing this whole, like, projecting thing. It's like, you know, classic, but like, you know.
I think our current situation is hitting home with him.
Yes. I can go speak with him.
Only if you feel well enough. I could go get him if you'd like.
I should... I think I should be able to manage.
Okay. We're just inside here if you need anything.
All right. And he'll kind of stumble at first, but like feeling back into his feet, will start to head outside to where he believes Kaya went.
I'm just amazed that Roz, out for like 2 days, sleeping under a table, that he gets up and his silks look so fresh. I'm like, Roz, you must share with me your tailor and where he gets those textiles, because I'm in need of some new loincloths that can stay that fresh.
I believe, like the Lily situation, we will unpack that later, Lost.
And with that, you start to walk towards the back door. For a brief moment, like as you start to walk with your legs and your feet feeling heavy, you get a sharp flashback to the desert, and you just kind of shudder a little bit and shake it off as you move towards the back door. Opening it, you step through, and where is Kaya right now?
I'm just kind of facing the other way, basically being vigilant, but I'm not looking back at the door right at this moment. I'm just facing the other way, kind of looking out, keeping watch, even if there's no need to. I'm just doing it because that's my state of mind right now.
You know, it usually works better if you look in all directions, Kaya.
Brother. And I will run straight to him. I'm going to wrap him in my arms, and I'm going to pick him up and squeeze him. And then realize that I'm probably squeezing too hard. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's just a hug, Kaya.
I was so scared.
Are you all right?
I'm doing better now that you're here. But I don't think that I'm all right.
Is there anything we can do?
We have to free this city.
We will.
But you need to rest. You need to get off your feet.
I think, on the contrary, I've rested enough.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'll be fine.
And I'll punch towards him and see if he likes it. I won't, and I'll pull the punch, but I just want to see how he reacts.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Boys.
18.
That misses.
How do you dodge in that moment?
I think I would shift my body weight slightly, like pivoting on my foot to kind of mirror behind Kaya to dodge the blow.
Nice.
And then I'll go ahead. I'll look at him and smile, and I'll say, "Okay, all right. If you say you're ready, then you're ready." Just to catch you up real quick, we killed the abomination, and Rose banished the archer, Maria. Not in. Yeah, never mind. Banished him back to his home plane, apparently, because he's not from this plane, and so when she banished him, he was gone, and apparently he can't come back. Which presents a couple of problems. Number one, we can't kill him because he's not coming back. And number two, if he does come back, hopefully it would be after we're gone, but then who's going to defend the city from him?
I'm not fully aware of how the divine nature of banishing someone works.
I'm not either, but apparently they told us, or told me, or those of us that weren't really understanding of it, that if you banish something that is not from our plane, it stays gone. I don't know if it's permanent, but it's probably for a really long time. I don't know if that means years, decades, centuries. I don't know what it means. But at least he won't be an issue anymore. I feel like we could have beat him, though. I'll tell you, though, he can make arrows bend. He can make them curve. Fly around corners. But that's irrelevant now. You're back, and he's gone. And we are on our way to spy and get inside, where we teleported in. We're trying to get back into that room and take Fernando and get some stuff out and get in and out. I hope it's going to help us. Hopefully, I'm just kind of rambling, and I do that a lot. You remember that because you were only asleep for a day or two, but you're really back, and I got to tell you, I was really scared when you went down, and they said you were under some sort of, I don't know. I didn't know if you would wake up or if you were going to die or what, but you're back. And I just reached down and picked him up again. I missed you. And thank you for waking up.
Thank you for taking such good care of me. Although, under a table...
I carried you back. And that's where they put you because they had to keep you hidden. And it worked. We couldn't carry you back across the city. So
thank you, brother, for always looking out for me.
On my life. Let's go in. We're burning daylight, so
So after having your moment, you enter back in through the back door of the forge and rejoin everyone else.
How come nobody came and got me when he woke up?
Well, he was awake approximately 30 seconds before he came and...
I mean, it would have just taken someone to holler out the door and you know...
Well,
Sorry.
Do you really think sound moves faster than me, brother?
You make a good point. I mean, I just tried to punch you and it's like you weren't there.
You tried to, huh?
What?
Are you
I was testing his reflexes. He said he was fine and I wanted to see he was. I wasn't going to hurt him.
Adeline just looks over to Roz like, just like I said.
Look, I wasn't going to let him leave here if he wasn't up to it.
Right. If I am ever unconscious for a day and come back, please don't punch me.
I mean, Adeline, I wouldn't ever...
Actually, blanket statement. Please don't punch me.
Adeline, I know that if... I wouldn't test you like that ever, because even if I was blindfolded and deafened and never mind.
That's what I thought.
Besides,
She prestidigitations and a gust of wind just blows up his kilt for...
The way
No.
to test to see if she's okay is just try and draw in her book and see how she reacts.
That's probably not safe for anyone involved in that.
I know that that's probably true. I would never do that either. You know what? I'll let somebody else try to determine how if she's okay. That's somebody else's job. Roz is my brother. I will take care of Roz in this regard. Somebody else can determine the fitness for duty of the other members of this party.
Accountability buddies.
well, on that note, we are planning a heist.
I mean, we are going to steal stuff.
Valuable things.
Oh my gosh, does this qualify for a heist?
I think so.
Ah, it's my first one! How exciting!
Yes, it's probably the most dangerous one we could ever imagine as well.
Good.
My master plan is coming to fruition. You are all going to procure things now.
Yes, we will be thieves just like you.
The best way of ingress and egress is through the ceiling.
Through the ceiling, alright.
There's an entry on the roof. The doorways are guarded fairly well on the at ground level.
Well, I suppose now the rooftops are a bit safer now that Maria is elsewhere.
There would probably still be other archers, just not him.
Mm-hmm. We'll be cautious, as always.
And we could take those other ones out too as we see them.
If
I'm going to
necessary.
the corner and getting into my meditation pose, with my with the jug between my legs and just kind of getting ready to. We didn't take a short rest, but I know how long their planning takes.
We already planned it.
We took a short rest.
Did we actually?
I don't think we did because
my healing is not what I think
the
it
hit
could.
dice is still the same at 1, which is with the healing that Dina gave us. I only used 1 hit dice. I'm like, I don't think we did.
I'm pretty sure you did. Sure you did.
Okay.
We took 1 short rest at some point because I've used 1 of my hit dice.
No, that's the healing that Dina had. She had like a special healing thing that.
But that one was free. We didn't have to spend a hit die for that.
No, we had to spend a hit die. We just didn't have to take a short rest, I think. Yeah.
Right, we got to roll whatever our hit die was.
We got to roll a hit die and spend one without a short rest.
Well, I know you asked about a short rest, and I said yes. So
I don't know.
It seems like you didn't take advantage of that, though.
I'm just saying, if we did, then I don't think I would be.
I know that
you didn't take advantage of it. I don't think.
Killed the heck out of me.
okay.
We're gonna take back.
Did Lost? Did you regain your second wind?
No, they're all marked on my thing still.
Okay, then I will allow you to take a short rest.
It's also the heat's kind of on right now. We just got back. It would make sense to just let things calm down a little bit. And I need my drink.
While you are doing that, Fernando sort of pipes up, says, "So what's the plan?"
We're going to take a short rest, and then we're going to go over. A short rest can be a short rest. It doesn't have to be like a D&D thing. People say that. People say that. Then we're going a restful hour. And then we're going to head over to the Athenium, like we discussed a few minutes ago.
Right, but what's the plan? What are we going for?
Well, we have to ensure that the teleportation circle is still functioning, that it has not been tampered with. That is priority 1, because we have many allies coming to save the day. 2, I think figuring out whatever is obstructing the path and potentially getting rid of, or at least hindering / planning for a distraction thereof. It will be informed by what we find. 3, a 1 or 2 or 3, finding any items that might be useful in our siege of the stronghold of the baddies.
Okay, so check out the teleportation circle. I can help you with that. Potentially some kind of setup for distraction. Maybe.
Right.
Number 2 is a question mark. Number 3 is take whatever items we can find.
I think the distraction would have to be day of the at the point where they're putting in, and we would be making a distraction elsewhere to draw them away.
Wait,
exactly.
We're going back in there? We're going in there twice?
No. We are going in and seeing what the situation is, so that when others arrive there, we can make a distraction elsewhere to pull whatever forces are in there out.
I think
you wouldn't be involved with that. You would not be involved with that.
I mean, I could be. I'm not scared.
If you want to be, you can be. Yes, but you are not required to be involved with that. Your skills might be needed elsewhere, actually.
Okay. I would like to be included in this plan. I don't like how ominous this is when it concerns me.
No, of course. I mean, this plan is to usher you into the Athenium to make sure that, for you to make sure that the teleportation circle is functional. That's the whole main...
Okay.
That's the whole reason to bring you with us.
It was the tone that was used that made it seem like there was some mysterious use for me.
No.
Oh!
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I think we originally asked you if there were things in there, in the library in there, that would be useful to us in the coming days. And you said there might be things that you knew about there.
I can certainly track down some things that are left there.
Fantastic. You have 2 objectives then.
Teleportation circle.
Yes.
Steal items.
Yes.
Okay. I think I can do that.
Feeling better?
Yeah, and you could just point out the items and then Rose could put them or give them to Rose and let her put them in her bag because it holds lots of stuff. And well, I mean, you know what a bag of holding is. What am I saying? Of course. Yeah, that's what it is. Her bag is a bag of holding. Yeah.
Good. That will come in handy.
It has during our travels. It would have been really handy one time when we were swimming underwater. It would have been really handy, but we didn't use it.
No, we didn't.
You know, if someone's not a very good swimmer, you could fit them in the bag, and they could hold their breath in there until you get to the other side.
I think that's good to know. Thank you.
Anyway. When do we leave?
Are we ready now?
In 45 minutes, we just sat down.
I think it's been an hour.
Surely this has all taken an hour.
This conversation, surely.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to do while resting before you take your leave?
Roz, are you sure you're up for this? I know that physically you seem to be fine. You seem a little off emotionally. Are things okay?
Yes, I just catching up with all the events.
It's been a pretty eventful couple of days that you've been out of it. But go ahead.
How many more main targets are left?
I think 4.
I thought it was less than that.
I thought it was 3.
I thought it was 3 as well.
But 2 of them are like big old baddies.
You have
There's a
Tirar, Bloodcloak, the Unseen. There's Shaman Irguz, the Pestilent. There's War Master Grot, the Merciless. And then there is the Flind.
Yeah. There's 3 lieutenants and then the big guy. And the shaman is the one who keeps raising all the dead.
Yes.
Let's...
You know, isn't that like antithetical to the Raven Queen's like whole deal? Do you think if she gets pissed off enough about that, she'll swoop in and be all like ominous and helpful?
I seriously doubt it.
Oh.
I mean, it's not like they resurrected. It's they're just being created into zombies.
They don't really have their own will. It's kind of like Poppy, and I'll have her crawl up onto my shoulder and like I'll do my hand like this, and she'll turn in a circle around on my shoulder.
How is that not worse? You know what? You know what? We don't have to dive into that right now. The whole like free will versus not.
What I'm saying is I don't believe their conscious self is still there.
Right.
It's merely
Just like the meaty bits.
right.
It's just basically puppets.
It's still
Puppets that can-
bad. Like, it's so bad. Like, okay.
It's not great.
All right. No, it's not great. It's
But
actually making me much more afraid of them.
I have a bit of experience with this, so I should be able to keep us safe from at least those.
I felt like Lost was saying something, but there was nothing, no sound.
He's just kind of meditating over there and moving his lips around.
He does that
It's,
sometimes. He's
you know,
hyping
these
himself up.
facial yoga to keep myself, looking young and fresh.
Is that how you do it? Is that your secret?
Daily affirmations.
Yes. It combats the dehydration from all the drinking. Got to keep my face limber and pliable. These good looks don't come without work.
That's what they say. Good looks come with elasticity.
Oh God.
So right before we walk out the door, I'm gonna go over to Fernando. And I'm going to boop him on the nose, and you're gonna see like an ethereal flower go up and around him, and then kind of like fade into him.
Yeah.
And he gets 7 temporary hit points because I cast false life.
Fernando just got yassified for Pride Month. Yeah.
It's like rainbow sparkles.
Rainbow
It looks
flowers.
amazing. And then, yeah, so he gets 7 temporary hit points, which I cast false life. I told you that I had something to keep you safe.
Oh, it's appreciated.
Fernando, how good are you at like sneaking about?
Me?
Yes.
I'm nimble of a cat, and he moves his arms up and knocks a pot off of a shelf. And it shatters on the side. Woof!
Good.
Great. This won't hurt. And she'll touch his shoulder and cast invisibility.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Fernando disappears.
Now, I'm going to keep a hold of your shoulder so you stay with us. But no one can see you. So if we run into trouble, trouble can't find you.
This is great. I definitely can't knock any pots off like this.
No, you still definitely can.
We can hear you.
Yes, it's
I'm
Yep.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not stupid.
Adeline, if you turn somebody invisible, and so they're invisible, and everything they're carrying and they have on them is invisible, what if they were to pick up something? Does that something also become invisible? Like if he were to pick up a different bag or a book or something, does that also become invisible? Or how does that work?
No, not if it's a classic invisibility spell. The things that are on the person at the time become invisible once the spell is cast.
Okay. And once they drop those, if they were to drop something that they were carrying at the time, it loses its invisibility?
If I were to drop it on the floor, yes.
Okay. All right. Don't drop anything.
I try not to. Okay. Are you guys ready to go?
Yes.
yeah. Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Well, for the sake of time, we will fast forward to the Athenium. You are Kaya. You recognize the alleyway as the alleyway that Ayla was shot in. There are multiple ways up onto the roofs, or there is the front doors that you can see. Is the plan to head up?
Are the front doors and the other door that we had observed, are they both being guarded right now?
Yeah, again, for the sake of time, there is still one knoll outside that side door, and then one on either side of the front doors.
Okay.
The knoll that was inside propping up all of the books and things is finished.
All right. I want to climb to the roof, at least, right now. I mean, at least I want to, and go up and try to see what I can see from the roof over here to the roof of the Athenium.
Yeah, so if you're able to pick a rooftop to climb up onto that is close to the Athenium, sort of an alleyway away, you see the rooftop ahead of you, the short wall around like the classic style of architecture within Heliocal, and there is a large expanse. There is what looks like sort of a fire escape on top of a tall building, with a door on it, with one knoll that is patrolling around on the rooftop.
Okay. I'm gonna scamper back down to ground level where everyone's at, and I'll tell them. I'll just relay what I saw. There's one on the roof that's patrolling.
Oh.
There's one by the side door, and there's two by the front door, which is what we saw before. In order to get in any of the doors, we're going to have to take out at least one person. I would suggest, for the sake of ease of hiding a body and keeping it from, being discovered, we try to make it to the roof.
All right.
I think that's probably the easiest way in and out without being seen. So,
are we trying to dispatch of the knoll on the roof?
I don't think
Sure.
if it's necessary, we don't need to.
There's no reason not to.
There's many reasons not to.
Well, we have to take him out.
Why?
We can't, because we can't get in without him seeing us. We're gonna have to take him out. Go ahead.
I can aid some.
Oh, that would be great. And if we take him out and just take him out of the fight, there's no reason not to kill him, because then we won't have to deal with him the next time we're over here.
I'm gonna flash a look to Roz.
I can help keep things quiet. I would need to put invisibility back on myself.
It's good that you can do that.
But if you mean I didn't have to use a spell slot to get here.
Adeline.
I'm just gonna go. No, I need it.
Adeline, what's wrong?
She's fine.
You're,
Great.
you were laughing, but it didn't seem like it was like you were happy about it. Are you okay?
I'm so good, Kaya, and if I need a psych eval, I'm not sure that you're the guy for it.
I don't even know what that means, psych eval.
It's a thing we do at the Institute.
I mean,
Don't worry about it.
Since
Anyway,
I don't know what it is.
Are we
Since I don't know
murdering
what
a
it
bunch?
since I don't know what it is, I'm
What kind
definitely
of
not the person
institute
for it.
is this?
There's your quarterly, progress report, your psych eval, and your physical that happens every semester, just like any other prestige boarding school. Come on, do you not have that where you're from?
It seems a little intrusive, honestly.
I grew up just down the road in South Sola. I mean,
Shall we go?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. And you head towards the rooftop. Give me a group stealth check for you guys to kind of get closer on the top.
Oops. Not good. Not good.
23.
17.
Dirty 20.
3 successes.
13.
DC was 15, but with 3 successes, you do manage it. Crawling up close to the edge of the building. Well, you don't see him, but Fernando kind of just sort of quietly says to everyone, "Okay, I'm going to cast a spell. When I cast the spell, you guys are going to see me. And then you know to go. This should keep everything quiet. But you have to dispatch of him quickly."
Sounds great.
Okay. And you don't see him do anything because he is invisible. But all of a sudden you watch as his form appears in front of you once more, and he goes, "Now."
I take off running.
Okay, so you're going to jump across. All right, athletics or acrobatics? Athletics or acrobatics? DC 15 to get across.
25 acrobatics.
Cool. You make it across.
Are we all doing this?
No,
Yes,
you don't
we
have
are.
to.
No.
Is that
How
we're
far
doing
is he?
it?
How far is he from you? If
Yeah.
you look up, he's within 60 feet.
Okay.
And it's just one person?
Yep,
I'm,
one
I'm
no.
going with them too. I'm gonna do the jump too.
Okay. Athletics or acrobatics?
19.
Excellent. You make it.
Adeline, as they're running, is gonna start like casting a spell and shoot it off as soon as she's able to. Hopefully before anyone even gets to this person, this knoll, but in respect of initiative order, let me know when that is
Yeah,
appropriate.
there's no real initiative order. You just have one round to try and polish off this knoll.
And it needs an intelligence saving throw.
This is like the slow-mo Avengers action shot. Like,
That is
both
a
of us in the
13.
air.
Fail. So you immediately take 4 points of damage and subtract a d4 from whatever saving throw you're going to have next. So whoever, just keep that in mind for whoever.
As you stand up and start casting Mind Sliver. Yep. As you start casting that, you watch as this sort of ethereal cube forms over him. He looks up and it sort of looks like he's in pain, but you hear no sound.
Cool.
Okay, so that's done. He has a negative D4. Yep, Rose.
I don't. Is it a melee attack with the negative D4? Is there anything?
Any saving throw.
Bro.
Cool. So I need a wisdom save.
13.
That fails. So it's gonna be I'm casting Toll the Dead.
Okay. He has been damaged.
Oh, I'll change my dice then. Thank you. $19.
19.
And it is necrotic.
Have I made it
Okay.
to him yet?
As Toladel sounds again, you do not hear the bell. It happens within the cube of silence. As those two spells go off because they're kind of instantaneous, you two make it across. Rhapsody, what are you doing?
I will stay where I'm at with the girls and Fernando and throw my dagger across towards the knoll.
Cool. All right. And you two guys are running up and making attacks on him, melee style? All right. Roll attacks for everyone. His armor class is 16.
I rolled. So are we getting a full round, right? Or is it just one attack?
I would say an action.
Okay. Then I rolled a 17 on my first attack with my rapier. I'm going to follow up with the hand axe in my offhand for my bonus action. And that is a 13, so that doesn't. And then my rapier, again, is a 26. So that's 2 hits with my rapier. And that is... And 23 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
For the 2 rapiers. And then I'll kind of move off to the side to get out of the way if anybody else is coming across.
And I'm coming down on him. Is it one attack action? Or?
Using the attack action, you would get both attacks.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so midair, I kick like Messi. I kick my blade at the guy like a soccer kick. And it's... No, I missed that one. I got too fancy.
Yeah,
too fancy.
Trying to glaive, yeah.
Yeah, and then when I land, I'll actually try to stab him with the other end.
Okay.
Oh,
And that's a 20 to hit total.
That'll hit. So roll damage on that one.
8 damage.
8. Okay.
Yeah.
So since it's the far range of my dagger throw, it's at disadvantage, but the first was 19 and second was 26 to hit. And then I did the damage with sneak attack when Kaya's close enough. It's 15 altogether.
He had 6 hit points left. So you all, like, casting that silence, you all just rain down attacks, and the knoll, and like you watch as the two like slide into the cube of silence. You're watching like this horrific onslaught take place. Not a sound. You're hearing like birds and the wind kind of whistling between the buildings and things as you're just witnessing this carnage ahead of you. But the knoll drops to his knees and then onto the floor, except without a sound.
As soon as he does, I reach down and I take my really sharp hand axe and I just cut his head off.
Okay, with a hand axe. That's
You're gonna hack at that for a minute.
That's gonna take a minute to get through. But you're able to do so. Everyone, you guys can make it across, and you are on the rooftop facing the sort of fire escape style door on the corner of the building. Are you guys entering in?
Watch your step. It's a little bloody over here.
I have this mental image of Kaya just hacking away and blood splattering, and it's all completely silent, and it's just like the worst horror movie I've ever like imagined. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like watching a slasher movie on mute.
Yeah.
Gods, Kaya, what was the reason? Why have you done this?
I wanted to make sure he's dead.
I'm gonna go over to the body and cast Decompose.
And I'll cast Prestidigitation to clean up the crime scene.
As you do, a small sort of fold of leather falls out of his pocket and opens up, and you see a picture of a female gnoll, 2 gnoll pups. I'm just kidding. Casting Decomposed, it greatly accelerates, and his body just kind of like melts into that black ichor and washes away.
I will look up at Kaya and I will say, there are other ways to make sure they don't come back.
I mean, this is the way I had available to me.
I know,
So,
but we're a team. We can all work together. It's not your sole responsibility to take care of everything.
I know. We're a team.
Okay.
Thank you.
And just so you know, he could have still been reanimated with his head cut off.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to see anything.
It doesn't matter. The person who controls him would be.
Oh, is that... Oh, I thought if he didn't have a head, he would just kind of...
No.
wandering around waving his arms. He wouldn't be able to see who to attack.
No.
But that's
So you
not
don't
the way
have
it works.
to waste time with cutting heads off like that. It's just... It's more efficient this way.
Yes, it's about time management, for
Time
sure.
management. We're doing so much better to get through things, and, you know, we're on a heist.
Right. That's fine. Just as a side outside of this, did you prestidigitation me? You didn't, right? Just the
I
area.
mostly did the ground.
Okay,
yeah.
good. So I'm still pretty bloody. That's fine.
Cool.
Like dragon.
Compliments your skin tone.
Or...
Yes, red and green are nice together.
Okay. So, and Fernando waves his hand in front of him, and as he does, it kind of washes away into transparency. He casts invisibility on himself. You watch as the door opens up and says, I think someone sneakier than me should probably go first.
I'm pretty sneaky.
Clearly.
I can be pretty sneaky.
What are we calling pretty sneaky? Because I'm pretty sure that I'm also pretty sneaky, but I think, like, isn't, like, out of all of us, what, is Lost not, like, the sneakiest?
You should be, right?
I'm sneaky.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
let you go
sneaky.
first. Sneaky. We'll let
Like
you
a sneaky snack.
snacky snack.
Then Lost, do you mind going?
Carrying you.
No.
No!
Go
What did you say?
Going ahead!
Oh, carrying on. Oh.
This is not... Listen, I know I ask for uppies a lot, but it's not like an everyday thing. I understand, like,
It's
it can't be an
almost
indulgence
every
that you have.
As they're talking, Kaya just goes in.
Oh, all right. Okay. Kaya leading the charge, everyone else following. You enter into the rooftop stairwell of the Athenium of Heliacal as the circular staircase winds down. It is pretty bright when you open the door because the light casts down. So you're able to see. It does get sort of dark, maybe like halfway down as you turn away from the light. And then you watch as it starts to brighten up as you get towards the bottom. But that is where we're going to take our 10-minute break. And we will come back to initiating the heist in Heliacal. So stick around, guys. We'll be back in about 10.
Okay, Jump Master.
And welcome back. So, last we left off, we were heading in. Also, no, quick thank you to all of the sub bombs and things that were going on. There was heavy roleplay, and I didn't want to interrupt, but thank you. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for everything. We're at 15 out of 25. We hit 10 more subs in this stream. We will give away one of these sets of Ironforge dice that are kind of rainbow and iridescent and as close to prideful as I could get with metal dice. So yes, we will do that. But back to the game. Last we left off, you had silently administered a horrific ending to a knoll upon a rooftop of the Athenium. Pushing past, Kaya goes first down into the circular stairwell of the rooftop, going down into the building of the Athenium. It's initially light, it goes dark as you turn the corner, and then as you come back around, the light is filtering in from the top level of the Athenium. There are 3 levels to the Athenium and the basement that the teleportation circle is in. So, as you crest towards the open doorway, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to stop and wait for everyone to catch up before I go any further.
Okay. So what is the marching order? Kaya. Then...
Adeline, does anyone want to go ahead of me?
I was going to stay near the back with Fernando and kind of be on guard with him.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Yeah. I'm up there with Kaya.
Yeah, that's what I think.
All right, so Kaya, Lost, where are you, Rhapsody?
Probably in the middle.
Okay, so all the melee's in the front, spellcasters in the back. Sweet, it's like a D&D party mullet. Great. So as you come around the corner, what are you guys doing? You're all lined up against the wall. The doorway is there.
I'm going to stick my head through the door and see if I see anything.
Okay. Are you being stealthy?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a stealth check.
21.
Okay. You poke your head around the corner, and this level basically runs from where you can see. You don't see any knolls. You poke a little further around, and you see that this level is basically almost like a mezzanine. It goes around the exterior of the building in almost like a corridor fashion, but it is open. There is a banister on one side, but it's open, and you'd be able to see down to the other levels through the gap in the center.
I would like to cast Detect Magic because it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. Can do that. 60 feet?
Yeah. 30.
60 feet is long. Oh, 30 feet as long as it's not obscured, correct? It has to be out in the open.
I can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet. I I see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. It doesn't say anything about obscured or not.
Oh, I thought that had to, like, if it was inside something, it didn't. Anyway,
after I stick my head through there, I'm gonna pull back out and I'm gonna relay kind of what you said. I'll just relay what I saw.
Mm-hmm. There are like a few bookcases around on this level, sort of against the walls. They're sort of sparse. It's not like downstairs where there were rows and rows and rows of.
Did we see this part when we came in?
When you came in, you were in the basement and you came up to the bottom level.
Okay.
And you were, I would say, you were probably more focused on getting out.
Gotcha.
At that point.
The spell penetrates most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, and thin sheet of lead.
Ah, okay. I knew there was something to do with being obscured. Thank you. Okay, so you've had that information relayed. What are you doing?
Are y'all ready to move down to the next level?
Yeah, Fernando, is there anything up here that might be of interest?
Potentially some books. It depends how much was ransacked.
Spell books?
Probably not. More history and light reading.
Oh.
Probably don't need those.
Maybe another time when we're at more leisure, but...
Maybe. Maybe we can come back when this is all over and you can take a look at some of the nice books.
That would actually be so lovely.
I know. Are we going?
Yes, let's descend to the next part.
Okay. I will need...
I would also make sure with Fernando that we're going the right direction. Because he would know.
I would tell you if you went the wrong way.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
Which reminds me, are we doing this in any particular order or whatever happens to be open?
Whatever we come across first, if there's interesting items on the way down to the teleportation circle, or if those need to go, whatever.
Okay. Got it. I will need stealth checks from everyone as your feet meet the wooden floors, just to avoid any creaks or heavy footfalls.
16.
17.
Cool.
10.
11.
18.
Oh! Group check, 3 successes, more successes than failures. You all come to the sort of the mezzanine layer. You see that the banister, it's a short banister, maybe sort of waist or hip height for some of you. You're able to see down, but you are also able to stick to the walls and the bookcases and stay away from view. You wouldn't be able to see down. Are you guys taking a look, or are we just going down? There is the other staircase is in the opposite corner, so you have to walk all the way around to get to the staircase.
Is there anyone? Is there anyone on this level? Are there any gnolls?
No, no.
Do we see any movement below?
Can't see.
Do you take a look?
Yeah.
I would ask Fernando if he could take.
Fernando
a
is
look since
invisible,
he's
right?
Invisible.
Fernando is invisible. He cast it on himself.
Yes.
Can Fernando look?
Oh, okay. Yeah. He walks over to the side. Okay. Hits the DC. He is over. Not that you see any of this. You're just waiting. he comes back and says, the next layer, there's a couple of gnolls that I can see. They seem to be guarding outside of doors.
Do you know what the doors lead to?
Well, these were rooms that we kept some items in. A lot of it was ransacked, but if they're still guarding, then there must be something in there. Maybe not super powerful, but it may be worth trying to get in.
Are the guards inside of each other?
Are the guards inside of each other?
No, in sight. Can they see each other?
In sight of each other.
Oh, that's a very difficult conversation.
Probably not while they're on duty.
Oh.
Yes.
I see.
How many feet apart
What are you
they?
looking at? Over.
It is I'm looking at it just in case.
I like just in case. I mean, Kaya likes just in case.
Line's getting real blurry, friend.
So there's 2 guards down there.
Am I picking up anything with my detect magic within the near vicinity?
Where are you? You are there. Yeah. Yeah, you would be. I would say as you come up on the stairway, you feel some magic coming from beneath you. Over to the side, not directly beneath you, but I would say as you're walking across, you feel it directly beneath you, and then it sort of starts to pull away from where you were standing as you go towards the staircase.
Fernando, are those doors the only way into those rooms?
Yes.
No windows?
No, not on this level.
Okay.
Well, do we face them?
And Fernando looked the whole floor, you just saw 2, right?
That's the ground floor he would be looking at, right?
No. 3 levels and the basement.
Got it.
You are on the 3rd level, looking at the 2nd,
Okay.
which would then look to the ground, and then the basement's below it.
Got it.
Okay.
And I feel like the magic is coming from just the next level down, obviously, because it's
And within 30 feet of you.
Okay. Okay.
Do we have to go past those guards to get down to the next level below that one?
Yeah, the staircases are always on opposite corners.
Okay.
I have 2 questions. Who among us can pick a lock? Anybody?
I can
Great.
attempt to.
Okay. An attempt is great. Second question. If I were to cause some kind of distraction to pull them away, could you make your attempt in a speedy manner?
I wonder if you were to cause a distraction, and maybe just one of them would come check it out, and we could ambush that one.
There's a myriad of possibilities, but
But they can see each other.
I could
But
cast silence again. They can see each other right now, but if one is pulled towards us, then he would be out of view.
I could could use a spell to make a sound near us, but not right on top of us.
Yeah.
Are we going to be direct or indirect about it, I suppose is the question. Raise your hands for direct, just like, oh hey, we're here to fuck your shit up. And just like, I know, Kai, your hand was in the air before I finished speaking. Alright? And all for distractions separate and conquer in that way.
Yeah, I'm for that, actually.
We're here to procure.
Right.
This is a heist.
Right.
We're going to have to... These two guards are in our direct path to get down to the next level below. So we're going to have to take them out. I suggest we do it one at a time. Out of sight of the other one, so that the other one won't know to raise an alarm.
Roz, when you go to the door, I have an idea that might be of use. So, Rose, if you want to cause the sound, or I can, but I think that is the way to do it. You cause a sound that will draw them to where Kaya and Lost stand waiting to snuff them out, and then if they both come, then great. If they don't, then oh shit. But Roz, you can go and stabby the other one, and I can send Duchess into the room and see what exactly there is. And if she's feeling extra clever, maybe she can unlock the door. We're just assuming it's locked. Maybe it's unlocked.
Might not be.
Does it sound like a plan? Is this a plan?
Sounds great. We've made plans before and it doesn't go that way, so we could just keep going. Fate will play out the way it's supposed to.
Well, I mean, we have to take the first move with some sort of, strategy. So yeah, I like her idea.
Sure.
Cause a distraction. I mean, hell, I could just take something out of my pocket and throw it down at the end of the hallway.
Essentially, that's what my spell does.
Yeah,
but you don't have to lose anything.
Would you use up one of your bits of magic?
I have the ability to do this at will anytime.
Oh, well then that's perfect, because then you can, yeah. All right, well,
great.
Lost. Let's go wait down at the end of the hall in the shadows and hide, and then as soon as he gets out, let's.
Yep, it's another circular set of stairs, so you'd be able to get most of the way down before it starts curving around into the open.
My plan would be to do this, and then once everyone's tied up with going after one guy and going after another guy, I'm gonna head to the door.
Okay, so you plan to just start zipping past. Okay, so just so I know, the plan is to drop something down the steps to draw one of the gnolls away.
Both, preferably.
Well, we need them one at a time.
Do you?
Yeah.
But then that leaves us with the other one to contend with at the door.
We will then distract him.
You think the same thing's going to work twice?
So you guys are worried about being discovered. If we try to take on both of them at the same time, one of them is going to be able to call for help.
Maybe.
Not if
Not
they
if
can.
the whole silence thing.
Not if they're in silence.
This is true.
So what I could do is cast it a couple of times so that they are sure to both hear it and come together.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever. As long as we got to kill him, so let's do it. I was trying to do it the safer way, but yeah, I'm all for that too.
All right. Fernando. when you get to a place, when they get to a place where you can, you cast silence on them.
When he does that, he's gonna not be invisible anymore, right?
They need to be within a 20-foot sphere
Okay.
for me to catch them both.
Okay. And just so I know, if they're not in the sphere, can they be pushed into it?
Oh, yeah, yes. It's not hard. You can go in and out.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
So we're going to distract the two of them. I cast silence when they come close.
Yeah.
And then Roz and I are handling the door.
Okay. All right. Okay, so heading down the stairs. Who is making the distraction now? Because a couple of people mentioned doing a couple of things. Okay. All right. So how are you distracting them? You're casting what?
Thaumaturgy.
Oh, okay.
So I want to do it a couple of times, or maybe like 3 times, and I want it to sound like something's bouncing down the stairs. Like a ball, or something's like falling down the stairs and it's coming towards them.
Okay. Yeah. So are you going down the stairs, or are you casting it from above? Like, what are you?
I have to be within 30 feet, so I can maybe crouch up to like the stairs and do that.
Are there any shadows that
To see the point is what I'm talking about.
What?
You have to see the point.
Yeah, I have to see where.
Okay, so you can't. So you're gonna go down to the bottom of the stairs because they're circular, and cast it straight out.
Sorry, I wasn't figuring that out. Okay. No, I don't have to do that. It's making noise. Like, I just need to go far enough to where sound is being made.
Yes. I'm just. So you're trying to make it in the stairs. I'm just trying
The
to get
noise
so
is in the
when
stairs.
everything plays out, we're all
Yes.
good.
The noise
But-
is in the stairs.
Should it be in the stairs? Because we're all on the stairs and we need to get them away from the stairs to
Yeah, we
the
need to-
dark corner where
I
you're
thought we
going
were
to
at the
be
top of the
hidden.
stairs. I obviously was doing something else. Where are we right now?
You're atop the mezzanine layer. There is a circular set of stairs that goes down to the next level, where there are 2 rooms at opposite corners. The set of stairs goes down and faces one of the rooms.
so there's no place to like hide around a corner or something when we come down to the next level?
No, you're basically exposed on a spiral staircase, right?
I mean, if you stand there, then yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well, then I will go to the top of the stairs. How many? Is it like 30 feet from top to bottom? Is it?
Oh no! Like this is like 7, 8 foot ceilings.
Okay, cool. I will go to the top of the stairs and just kind of crouch down and make the sound like from the top. It will be like the sound is coming from the top, like something's falling down the stairs, like crashing.
Okay.
Metal hitting metal.
I'm
And
going to
as-
be hot. Go ahead.
Before that happens, Roz and I will place ourselves above the lock, like the door that we're trying to get into. So hopefully we can just like jump down to that
On
level.
the mezzanine to go straight down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
You know what?
So-
That's a good idea.
All right. So you cast the spell. So metal on metal, you said?
Yeah, I want it to be loud.
At the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be hiding just so like when there's like the first turn around on the as the stairs spiral up from that level, I'm gonna be hiding around the first turn out of sight. So when they have to come like into the stairway before they would see me. Does that make sense? Or is it an open stairway? I mean, if it is, then it doesn't matter.
It's a circular staircase,
Okay.
so it faces right out. It's an open mezzanine. There's nowhere really to hide.
Okay.
Got it.
So, the knoll hears it, looks up, and starts slowly making its way towards the staircase. Fernando says, "When do I cast silence?"
Are they both coming?
No, just one.
I'm gonna do the sound again.
Roll a natural 20, perception. He looks across and sees the other knoll leaving his post. They kind of clock eyes and nod, and the one continues towards the staircase. The other one comes out away from his door and looks straight across at where the knoll is going up the stairs.
So he's getting a point, like a view of up top. Okay. Cool.
He recognizes that someone is leaving its post to investigate something, and so he's covering both.
Got it.
And the exit.
Got it.
Got it.
Well, my next question is, how many feet away from me is that guy?
Probably more than 60.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to hold on for him. Okay. As that one starts coming near, I'm gonna scooty booty back up. I don't need to be that close.
So
I've done my
back
job.
up. The knoll looks up the stairs, sees nothing, holds for a moment listening, and then starts to ascend very slowly, sticking to the far wall so that he has as much sight around the corners as possible. He starts slowly making his way around. Adeline, are you about to say something, or are you just reacting?
So I think seeing how this is playing out, so if we're okay, it's a circular staircase. So
We have established it's a circular staircase.
It's a circular staircase. So the way we're kind of above, so if we look directly down from this mezzanine, is the guy right below us?
No. The one is heading up the stairs to you as you're looking down to your right.
Other guy.
He's going up the stairs. The other guy is like directly across on the other side of the lower level. So this one has a gap in the middle as well.
Oh, so he's one further down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
He is on the next level down. You are on top. You are on the third level. They are both on the second level. One is heading up the stairs to your right as you look down. The door is basically directly down and to your left from your vantage point, which is where you want to jump down to get to the door.
Yes.
The other has come away from the door and is basically on the opposite side of the level below you.
I see. Okay.
So he has a good view of us.
Yeah, he
Almost.
has a great view of it, doesn't he? And he's more than 10 feet away from me. For sure.
And
Okay.
it's fully lit, right? This whole area?
Yes.
Are there
That's
shadows
okay.
against the wall?
Then
If we
I-
stay-
Neon lights everywhere. Music's pumping.
Then what you see from where we're hunched down is just from Adeline's pocket, pulled as if in an invisible hand. Duchess is just kind of like lifted up out of the pocket, and I'm gonna use Mage Hand to take her and just kind of drop her on that next level, but try to do it like so slowly and so imperceptibly. Like, hopefully they're distracted by like watching each other, that they're not watching what's happening over here. I'm just trying to get Duchess on that level right below us. I have 30 feet on my Mage Hand to just like plop her.
So you'd be able to get it directly down or get closer, but that's going to fly the hand and the familiar closer to the knoll, like directly as he's looking. Or you could drop it down to the right where some of the vision is obscured.
I would do it in like a more obscured way, but I imagine that like the one knoll's looking up and the one knoll's watching the other knoll, so hopefully there's like stuff happening and it's about to kick off there. So I think as soon as I hear I have this happening and I have her like poised to like drop her over, but as soon as I hear like things and you know like
yeah, okay.
That's
is your mage hand invisible?
I think so. I think it just like
is it like a psionic mage hand that is invisible, or is it a mage hand cantrip?
Oh, I'm using the cantrip.
Okay, so it's not invisible.
I think only rogues, tricksters, and
they get the invisible one?
telekinesis feat has the invisible hand, I think.
Okay.
And the hand is really
He's
cute.
getting this out, so it's all fair.
Like, the hand has like painted nails, like fancy rings on, like a bow, like.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like a palm with 5 tentacles around it. Like...
Oh no, that's sicker. That's way sicker. Yeah. No, that's good. It still has a bow on it though.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna try and put Duchess down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check. As you attempt to navigate this. You have to beat a 12.
Oh, okay. It's a 16 on the dice, and I have a +2.
You're good. Yeah. So his eyes are trained basically on where the knoll is going, but the other one is, and so you're able to. I would say that you'd be able to drop it down directly beneath you, because that's going to be furthest away from where he's looking. Just in the difference in scores. So you're able to slowly drift down and place Duchess on the ground before. I imagine you just dispel the mage hand rather than pulling it back.
Yeah, yeah, that would be a little.
Okay, Duchess is on the ground.
Great.
Is the guy on the staircase within 30 feet of me if I don't move too far?
Absolutely.
Away? I would like to cast blindness on him.
Do you have to see him?
So Jay.
Yeah. So I have to stay
So
there until I see him.
You could hold it.
I'll hold it until I see him.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like little mouse crouched like in a small hole somewhere.
Now the knoll's coming up the stairs to the second level. Now if I get low and I stay against the wall and I start circling the opposite way towards the other knoll, am I able to stay out of sight? Because depending on how wide the second level mezzanine is, can I, at the angle, right? If I stay low against
Do you want to move away from the stairs and go the opposite way to where
towards the other knoll?
The other one?
Towards the
you're
other
able
knoll, yeah.
You're able to do that if you give me a stealth check, because this guy's on high alert right now. So.
Okay. I'm gonna do it really slowly and carefully.
You have to beat
13.
A 19.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you start slowly making your way around the other side. Everyone kind of clocks what you're doing and allows you to go. You can't see, but Fernando puts a finger over his lips. And sorry, my monitor's just shut down. They're back. Puts a finger over his lips, but you don't see it. And you go around the opposite corner. As the knoll is coming up, you are cresting around the other side.
Yep.
Getting closer and closer, that adrenaline starts to hit. You're like, yeah, this is it. And you step on a floorboard that creaks and you stop dead. And that adrenaline immediately kicks in. your heart in your chest. Everyone else on the top layer would hear this. And your eyes, all probably except Rose, spin towards where Lost is.
I'm right behind him.
What?
Since when?
I've been over by the stairs the whole time, and after he went down, I
He's
just
on
kind
the other side.
No, he's gone. To
Oh,
the
he's
other
on a
side.
different stair.
But you guys are
I'm
leaving
going-
me
I'm
to
going to-
fight this freaking gnoll by myself.
Yeah.
Can somebody stay at the top of the stairs with me?
Yeah. So don't worry
Yeah.
about it. This is all good.
It's Rose and Kaya at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Lost
Yeah.
has walked off.
Okay.
The other two are over where the door is. The gnoll on the other side starts to draw a bow from his bag, knock an arrow, and starts walking up away and looking over the top.
I'm going to, within 6 seconds, probably on the second level, literally across from where Lost is right now, I'm going to throw Korum's dagger and make 2 just blank hits against the ground for it to make a sound on that level.
Okay, so he is walking sort of towards you, but looking up at the opposite side. Where are you trying to throw the daggers?
If he's looking up and over, it's going to be to his right and probably halfway between where he is and his buddy directional wise.
Okay,
That's going up the stairs.
That's easy enough. Give me an attack roll. You just have to make a 10. That's all.
15 plus 8, yeah.
Okay, so throwing the dagger within a fraction of a second, leaves your hand and sticks into the floorboards before disappearing and reappearing in your hand. The gnoll spins around, loosing an arrow as it sticks in a couple of feet away from where the dagger hit. He quickly knocks another arrow and looks straight up. Rolled a 9. Looks straight up, and it's now sort of acting more sort of panicked as he starts to scan this top layer. He actually calls out towards the other gnoll. Hey, stay down here. There's something going on. You hear the footsteps stop on the stairs, begin to step away from you as he goes back
So he never
down.
got up there to where we could see him?
No, this is all kind of happening at the same time.
Question about the staircase. Is it like encased, like in stone? Like no one can see into the staircase,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's completely, so, you know, if we charged down the staircase, other fella wouldn't have a clue, right?
Huh? No, we can see. Like, are you asking if the railing is solid?
No,
Like, there's not like a solid wall.
the stairwell is solid.
It's
Yeah,
it's a stone
the stairwell has a
stairwell.
wall to it. It's a circular staircase that goes down. That's why you couldn't see around it. That's why the light fell in certain directions.
I am going to start moving down the staircase.
I'm gonna follow Kaya.
Okay.
I
Fernando's going to follow you.
Okay.
As this is happening, Adeline puts a hand on Roz and just says, look after me. And she's going to merge with Duchess. Her eyes like flip up into her head and go, and you just see the whites. And she is going to embody Duchess. And start scurrying towards the gap between that door we're trying to get into and the floor.
Cool. Yeah, able to do that. Your eyes roll back into your head and you see that kind of misty, swirling astral sea within her eyes as you start seeing, and it's like looking, almost like looking through like a fly's eyes. There's like multiple directions and things from the 6 eyes, all sort of blinking discordantly. But you feel at home here, and you're able to start scuttling towards the doorway. There is a very small gap in between. It is a rat, so they are able to squeeze through small spaces. Just give me a flat dexterity check. Let's say let's say a 12.
Okay.
Using the rat's stat block,
which has no bonus to dex. Wildly. Okay, come on. Ooh, 17.
17. You're able to do it. You flatten yourself out and kind of squish underneath, tentacles first. Looking around as you pull yourself up onto the other side and straight.
On hind.
You stand on your hind legs up in front. Awesome.
Little rat hands, like, oh no.
What's your armor class?
10. Oh no.
You hear as poof, the connection is cut.
Did I see anything?
You can give me a perception check for this fraction of a second.
12.
12. You saw a bony foot in front of you.
Ah, beans.
Was there flesh or just like bone foot? That's important.
It was all bones.
She comes back and just immediately, oh, you know what? Never mind. That door sucks. Duchess! Oh, I failed her again!
We'll unpack that later.
At this point, I am going to run. I'm gonna leap forward, and I'm going to use like the centripetal force of the stairwell, and I'm gonna kind of come at the height up around, and then come down on top of and behind the guy coming up the stairwell. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm using my monk like ability to like.
Yeah, I understand centripetal force.
Yeah.
What are you trying to achieve? I guess because this will impact what happens next.
I want to like come down behind him, and then shove my rapier up through his back.
Ah, okay, like a surprise attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check followed by an attack roll.
Oh, stealth was 19 plus 5, 24, and attack roll is 14 plus 8, 22.
22.
22. Yep.
Yeah, you're able to run down, meet him as he is sort of just at the bottom of the staircase, and slide your rapier through in between his ribs, piercing out the front. What's the damage on that?
It is 5 plus 5, 10.
10 points. Great. With that, I will need everyone to roll initiative.
Yes.
We thought we had a good plan.
No,
and then none of us stuck to it.
Wait, none of us, I went off because that guy got a better view of us. So even though we were silent, he could scream. So I was trying to sneak over
Oh yeah.
to get him before he can do something.
I think all of our moves were
Good plan. Good
justified.
plan.
It made sense. It just, you know.
No, I am an expert at procuring and heists. Don't worry, this will all work out fine.
Okay. Great. 25 to 20.
Oh, 20. Yeah, I got 20.
20.
Thank God.
Okay. 20 to 15.
17.
One at a time, children. Kai was 17, was it?
I was 18.
I was 17.
Okay. 15 to 10.
14. Roz, why?
Roz.
Every single time.
I just woke
Welcome
up.
back, buddy. What did you get?
A 9.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So, yes, let's unveil the map.
Let's do it.
Oh no. Shoot. We'll be right back.
Hello, welcome back. Great. So, do we have the map up? Yay! Look at that.
That's what I was fixing.
Great. So, these guys. All right. there, right at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh.
Adeline and Rhapsody, you are above here.
Okay.
So you're like here, but upper level. This is the door that you were looking at.
Okay.
Lost, you are on the opposite side over here.
Yep.
And then everyone else is in the staircase. So, great. So, okay, that happens, and then the orange knoll, as you draw your blade back out, is going to turn around and start attacking you in defense.
Him at this point?
What?
Would I have seen him at this point? I've been holding blindness for like forever.
You were at the top of the stairs.
I said I was following Kaya.
Okay, he's just made it to the bottom of the stairs. So I would say on your round,
so we just
you
let
could
go
cast.
of that one then, the one I was holding.
You could still cast it once you see him. That was like the thing, was I will cast it as soon as I see.
Yeah.
And that way you don't waste the spell slot. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not gonna hit. And that is a 14, which misses as well. So kind of taken off guard, he kind of swings with his ball and chain wildly. You kind of stepping out of the way, sensing that a retaliation was coming, and he misses. Lost. You are, you are up.
I'm up. Now, am I within 30 feet of that guy downstairs?
There or thereabouts.
Okay. I want to use my last Misty Step and Misty Step right behind the knoll. And I am going to rear naked choke him.
You gonna grapple him?
I'm going to grapple him so that he can't scream or make any large noise.
Okay. So athletics check?
Yeah, so there's no strangulation rules, but there's suffocating rules. So
Okay.
I don't know. So I'm just gonna try to grab him first. So,
Yep. So
23.
you have to beat a, where is he gone? There. You have to beat a 19.
I got a 23.
Whoa! You got him.
So I got him. I also want to use my second attack of my action to also knock him prone. Both of us go to the ground, so we're both restrained. So another athletics check.
Okay. You have to beat 17.
16. Ah, shit.
Oh.
Okay.
So not quite. He kind of struggles and keeps you both standing, but you are still grappling him.
Action surge. I will take this guy to the freaking ground. Let's see.
So you got 2 more chances.
Yeah, 2 more chances. 15.
Natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus, this is a buff.
He's a tree.
Buff dude. No, you know what? I will succeed. We're having like a footsie battle right now, trying to trip each other.
Yeah, it's like judo.
Ha ha ha. 24.
8.
All right, so yeah.
Yes. Eventually, you're able to sweep him and take him down to the ground.
Awesome.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him there, trying to keep him from like making any noise.
Okay. Awesome.
That's it.
So after that, Kaya, you are up.
All right, I'm going to go back after him with the rapier. Oh, that is 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay. Again, that one is 20.
A 20 does hit.
All right. And then I'm going to use for bonus action, offhand, I'm going to use my hand axe.
Okay.
And that is a 23.
That also hits. Yep.
All right. We got a D8 and a D6. That is 22 points. No, sorry. 5, 6, 17 points.
Awesome.
And I'm trying to, just go after him, just like furious, wild, out of control, kind of just.
Yeah, just trying to take him out as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
No finesse to this, just random stabs. Just
yeah.
Again, going back to that sort of almost like shivving mentality that you had before. Great. Adeline, you are up.
Okay. Can I see this stuff from here, from where I am, or am I gonna have to descend to really like get into play?
I would say that to see the like Kaya and things, you'd have to like go down or go all the way around to see opposite. But you'd be able to see Lost tussling with the gnoll on the floor.
Is that gnoll? What is that distance?
To which one? To the one with Lost?
Yes.
Where's my trusty measure? Like 50 feet.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast. Oh man, you guys, so many spell slots. Oh god, there's two things that I'm debating about doing. What do I want to do?
Whatever takes the most spell slots.
Rose, you're on deck.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver at that one, so it is a intelligence saving throw.
12.
Fail. So take 5 points of damage and then subtract a d4 from your next saving throw. So hopefully that gives Lost the advantage to do whatever he needs to do.
Cool. Yeah, so you just kind of see them sort of wrestling around. You don't really notice anything with that damage, but you know that it has taken place. Rose, you are up. Rhapsody on deck.
I'm gonna stay on the stairwell, but I'm going to get as far enough down to where I can see the gnoll that Kaya is fighting with.
Okay, easy done. Yep.
Told the dad I need a wisdom save.
That is a 10.
That fails. You're gonna take 18 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
I I will.
So you guys hear the dong sound as no, it's just in his head, right?
Yeah.
So you don't hear anything. But you watch as all of a sudden, like as he's taking the rapier stabs, he just kind of reels back in all of a sudden this extra pain that he's in, seemingly from nowhere. Great, done that. So you drop the blindness.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. Mark off that spell slot though.
Oh, that I cast it.
You ready it about to send off. If you don't,
I did more damage with a cantrip because of how far we are along in this game.
You are good.
My detect magic is still up. Do I get a second to just kind of look around at what I was getting a pulse on?
You were being drawn through this room here. The doorway to that is around the other side. The doorway is actually here.
Okay, but that's not the door that Adeline when it had the rat go in?
No, that was the one you were being drawn to. And that's it.
But I'm being drawn to a different door than when
You're being drawn to that room.
Okay.
You are too far away from the other one, but that was the one that you were being drawn to.
Oh, okay. Does that mean I can't get to the door if I walk behind Kaya off the stairs? I have to go all the way around the walkway?
To get to the room that you were getting the bead on?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go all the way around.
I mean, both of those are in... I will just take my full speed and just walk through as far as I can get.
Okay.
So down off the stairs, and then as far as I can get. Okay.
The Knoll is gonna take an attack of opportunity on you as you go past him.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
I wanted to go behind Kaya.
You kind of be there.
Yeah.
And take 5 less feet forwards, and he doesn't get an attack of opportunity. So.
But is that rail open to where someone can see through the rail, or is it not?
No, it just didn't fit. An extra one didn't fit. The railing is complete the whole way around.
But no. I mean, is it like a rail where you can see through, or is it like a half wall to where I would?
It is a half wall.
Okay, I'm gonna crouch.
Okay.
Just
so take like half cover from where you are.
From anything that's on this side, obviously. Yes.
Got it. Make a note of that. Cool. That's that. And Rhapsody, you are up.
I'm going to grab Adeline and jump off the side of the mezzanine and land with her probably more to the right of Rose, but I'll put her as far as away from the guy that's fighting Kaya as possible.
Okay, so you're dropping like roughly 10 feet. Give me an acrobatics check. Let's say DC 15 for this as well. Just because you are carrying Adeline as well.
No!
21.
21, you are good. No one takes damage.
Nice.
We look so cool.
We look so cool. Just like fabric floating up.
I'm gonna be like, whoa.
We'll do the modest front dress tuck for
Yeah.
And then did that take just my movement?
I would say that's mostly falling, so you've probably only used like 10 feet.
Okay. Can we swap me? Well, swap me and Adeline so she's not close to the knoll. But I'm gonna quickly attack the knoll that Kaya's fighting, and I'm gonna strike him first.
Okay, I will give you advantage right now as you are both engaged from both sides.
Okay.
So I'll give you flanking on that one.
25 to hit.
That hits, yeah. For those of you at home, I am pretty stingy with flanking because it can get overused.
10 points of piercing, and then sneak attack will be 6. So 16 altogether.
All right, he had 5 hit points left before your before your sneak attack. So how do you want to do it?
In contrast to how Kaya killed the other knoll, it's just I find that tether where the gold ribbon shows me like sneak attack, and I just kill him as swiftly as possible. And in the same movement, I'm gonna use my 30 feet to run towards the one that Lost is fighting. And if I get within melee, I'll strike, but if I can't, then I'll just throw my dagger at him.
Okay. All right, so yeah, stabbing into the first knoll, everything slows down again, and your blade is just guided, and it slips in between 2 ribs, piercing the heart. But as you're finding this direction with your blade, everything is smooth. It's like when your blade makes contact with the skin, it's almost like breaking the skin of water. Everything kind of goes bloop, and it just pushes straight in, weightless and effortless, as it pierces his heart, and you watch his eyes roll back, and you feel him starting to slump down. You remove your blade and take off. Yep. So you can get that far. You're like 10 feet from him.
Okay. This whole time, Roz's body or the skin exposed will start to like glisten as his touch of death gives him 9 temporary hit points because he killed somebody within 5 feet of him. And then I will quickly throw my dagger once again at the one that Lost is fighting.
It's at disadvantage because we're prone.
Yes. Yep.
Ooh.
He has a negative 4 to
Actually, you know what? I take that back. It's disadvantage, but they have. Yeah, that's right. That's right. But attack rolls against. Yeah, it's disadvantage. It's disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay. Taking that into consideration, I will. Yeah, I'll try it. I'll throw the dagger at disadvantage.
You got it.
23. I rolled a 15 and a 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
Unleashing the dagger.
9 points of piercing.
Okay. As the dagger reappears in your hand.
Ooh. Which one would I do? I am going to... Cunning action. dash and
Nice.
move back to where Adeline is, and serve as like essentially cover in case anyone comes out.
Like there, or do you want to be like in front?
Yeah, like there, because our back is probably covered by Kaya and Rose. So yeah.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Solid round. Cool. It is the green knoll. The one is wrestling with Lost. Wrestling. Okay, so we're both currently restrained as well, right? Because we're on the ground and grappled.
Yep.
Okay.
It'd be a strength contest to break out.
Yeah. I think he's gonna try and break it.
Is it a saving throw?
No, it's a check.
Okay.
16.
Doesn't make it on the first one. He's gonna try again. That's 13.
No way. It's a natural 20, so he's not gonna get out.
Yeah, 13 doesn't get it. You guys are both like locked up, almost like alligator rolling with one another, unable to kind of get your center of gravity upwards to start getting up. You're both locked in place, kind of rolling back and forth. As that happens, you all except Lost see a figure sort of step out of like invisible smoke. He just starts to appear as if walking through a wall of smoke behind him. This sort of lightly colored gnoll with a black mane and a blood red cloak behind him, armed with two short swords at his side. He looks across at all of you, takes his swords out, draws them, and drives them straight down into Lost. That's 2 attacks at advantage.
Ooh.
That is first one is a 17.
That hits.
It does hit. I
Yep.
wasn't sure.
That's my AC.
The second one is a natural 20.
No, it isn't. See if I'm. I don't know where he is exactly.
How far?
30 feet.
Not quite. Not quite.
I count. Rose would try. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Okay. So. Okay.
Could Stax use his flex points to use his monkey stuff to like push me over to I'm within 30 feet?
Can I flex?
It's not your turn.
That's so many dice!
He got a calculator, guys. This is not good.
There's so much.
Because he gets sneak attack too, I bet.
There can only be one.
Okay. That's one attack. The other one driving his short swords down, straight down into the back of Lost. That's 73 points of piercing damage.
Oh, man. I'm down.
Yeah.
I had 72. I actually have 72. That's one more than I had.
Driving the sword straight down into the back of your comrade, you watch as his back reels and then softens as he slowly draws the blades back out, sheathes them, and then steps back into mist. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Does the flex last the whole combat?
I do allow flex points to carry over mid-combat.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
We're gonna need it.
Everyone who has flex points.
Oh my god, we're
keep
not
them.
playing for like a hot second.
Yeah,
We are off for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, so let that simmer for a little bit.
Yes.
It's time to come up with a second character.
I should have spent an extra hit dice on the last short rest.
You didn't heal all the way?
I was at 72 of 77. He's like 73. I'm like, wow,
Oh
we're
my
1 point over.
God. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Yeah. I've found Tirar Bloodcloak, the unseen.
This guy sucks.
Yes, so join us on Monday because we'll be doing a community stream. I believe we're doing our deep dive Q&A, so that should be fun, right?
That'd be fun.
So come and join us then. We'll be here at 6 p.m. PST on Monday. Thank you so much for
But you can't
hanging out
ask
with us
me
tonight.
about my new character.
Yes, the Grouch Couch, was that? Did I read that right? Thank you for the follow.
Yes,
Grouch something.
We're-
Yes, thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. Hello, Grouch Couch. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for witnessing me getting to inflict pain on my players. Thank you for starting your weekend off the right way with Fables of Gahlia. Like I said, we'll be back on Monday. We're going to find someone to raid, though. And remember that we are also giving away... Oh, yes, Legends of Evantris. Let's go. Love those guys.
Yeah.
They're local to us as well. Yes, remember that we're giving half of our revenue from this month all to the Trevor Project. Gift well, gift hard, because it's going to a great cause. Happy first Pride stream, everyone! Yes. All right. Hang on. Wait to drop raids into Legends of Evantris. Get those bonus. What are they called? Channel points to turn them into flex points the next time that we come back. So, thank you for starting your weekend off the right way. This has been the Fables of Gahlia on the Swole Initiative Network. Have an awesome weekend, guys. Much love.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.